Os, everybody. Captain Yogi Chris here of IMC Nation. I'm here at IMC Base 1, Campbell, California. Being unaffected is the subject of this video blog, as reporting on the events that we host here at Base 1 with Arash Sapardibazar, who lives right next to me. He's watching TV on the other side of that wall right there. I was texting a guy, side note, I was texting with a guy today. I had to delete him and remove him, and he kept going, and I was about to block him, but he keeps going with all this false stuff, and he's alluding to Arash's, photoshops his photos. And so the girls, he just photoshops his girls in or some dumb shit like that. Literally, as he was messaging me, Arash walks 3 of his girlfriends out right from his room, out the corridor. I was out in the living room messaging the guy. I couldn't believe it. You're such a moron. You think this is fake? Oh my God. Anyway. Being unaffected comes from, there's a lot of things, but the teachings now, it goes through this evolution. I've video blogged on it before. The current incarnation is called Code of the Werewolf. This is the current event. If you go to imcbase1.com, that's the current event. Last month was Seduction of the Beast, Animal Magnetism. It's a similar, so it's an evolution off of Animal Magnetism, which is the basic idea is this seductive instinct. And specifically, this event, Code of the Werewolf, oh my God, it's frames, it's mental perspectives on how to socialize when you have, let's say you have your brothers out with you, the guys that you're out, your wingmen would be like the normie term or whatever. We don't really wingmen each other like that. We're in a tribe, we're tribesmen, we're not wingmen. And how do you move? How do you view the interaction with the female or females? You're in a group. How important is it what she says, really? Well, I mean, in that interaction, it's a little bit important, but it's like it doesn't rule over my world. I'm holding my ground. I'm holding my space. Psychologically, I'm holding my space too as I'm interacting, of course, playfully, and just understanding so much about psychology and, the ways that you communicate that influence that. But being unaffected comes from a really strong sense of what you're doing, a strategy. When you have a strategy, then being unaffected is something that's much more real. Otherwise, you're just trying to be unaffected, which is being affected. You get it? If you try to be unaffected, that is being the effect of something. But if you have if you're on strategy, and the strategy doesn't mean you can't, it's so rigid or it's brittle, like you break your strategy. But part of the strategy is having cushion and wiggle room or whatever, being spontaneous, but having a general strategy of what is this mating code between men and women, which has so much to do, as Arash has pointed out over the last 2 or 3 years, and he's really expanded on it. You can read old books and there's, some text and stuff on this, but this is a living application of it. What he teaches is that the male-female code is really the tribal code. You could call it sounds gay if I say the male code. It's not like that. It's like how you relate with the people that you are holding close to you, that have close association. A lot of people don't really have tribes. They have loose associations with friends, family, or whatever, co-workers, people they used to know. Maybe they have 2 or 3 that they're kind of tight with, but a woman's going to get in between that and break it up anyway. It's a very weak philosophy they have. Very rarely do you see guys in tribes nowadays. Maybe the fighters, the jiu-jitsu guys. Again, women get in there and break it up. That's the thing that separates IMC Nation from all the other tribes. A girl's going to get in, wiggle in. If you're military, police, whatever you are. Women are going to get in there and break apart the guys. If a beautiful woman gets in, now maybe they get ugly women and then it's not as much of a risk, really. But if a beautiful woman gets in there, the guys, their heads turn, their eyes look, and everybody's trying to talk to her. And, the loyalty among the men is very limited when the beautiful woman enters the picture. And that's different in IMC Nation. This is different here. So the male code, the tribal code, is going to give you a big power boost to your strategy in game. And it's not going to speed up your short-term results. You'd get more short-term results just going out and sniping girls. Just, pick the one girl that's kind of giving you interest and then just go all the way for her and move on to the next one if it doesn't work out. You'll get a lot of short-term pussy that way. But I mean, depending on your sociability, I mean, if you're completely awkward and don't know how to socialize, you'll still get more that way than you would trying to play the tribal game. But the tribal game is going to get you a lot more respect from the environment, and the game is going to be different. You're going to have people come to you and notice you much more readily when you're aligned with other strong men that also have strategy. And of course, we have the whole base operation where we're living in homes. I live with Arash, I live with Fernando, Sultan, and there's base 2 in San Jose, base 3 in Los Angeles, base 4 in Vegas. And so 4 or 5 or 6 guys are living together. Base 3, I think, has 7 guys living together, a big house. And a lot of socializing, a lot of opportunity when you go out to be as a pack. The code of the werewolf, to move as a pack, there's a strategy behind it. It's not just simply like we move location to location at the same time. Or I don't even know what you think that is. But there's a strategy to how to interpret the social interaction, how to interpret what she's saying and doing, how much weight to give to it, and how much responsibility to have. This is really important. How much responsibility to have over your own actions in the game, because you have a tribe to consider, and what the value, what the repercussions, what the consequences of your actions have on your tribe. But on the plus side, you get to benefit from being in a tribe when you're walking with 4 or 5 guys, or even 2 guys. But one guy is like, that's a small tribe, but having 2, 3 or more guys, it's going to have that tribal effect. And of course, the stronger they are, the more sharply dressed they are, the more sociable they are, money they have. Like, these things are the basics. They're kind of superficial, because if you're intriguing and you're interesting and you have valuable things to say, valuable ways to interact, and that's like game. We have pickup coaches in IMC, Coach Marin, Coach Eros, and these guys will get you to the next level and beyond. They study Arash because Arash has transcended that pickup shit. He's got multiple beautiful relationships, and his lifestyle brings on new women. And when we go out, it's a trip. His awareness and the longer term consequences of how you act, he's so aware of those things, because that reputation will come back on you if you have beautiful girlfriends and you're in an area, let alone one beautiful girlfriend. Have multiple, and it's like you have a lot of eyes on you and a lot of people that are whispering. And he's gone very, very far with this game, the furthest of anybody that I've ever seen online or anywhere by far. You just got to come and see it for yourself. So I'm just like a representative of that. And this was a quick video blog about being unaffected, as it relates also to the Code of the Werewolf event. So go to imcbase1.com. By the time you receive this video, the early bird is over with. But you should still get it, because the early bird only took off $100. So it's worth that extra $100 to come in person or do it online. All the details are on the website. You get like 30-something advanced lectures. It's ongoing. You can ask questions. There's a chat group that, we give a lot of attention to. And then there's the 3-day immersion at the end, that which is September 23rd to 25th is this event. So if you see this video blog way in the future, then there's another event. Whatever that next event is, go to imcbase1.com. And of course, comment any questions below, and I'll see you in the next video blog. Os.